Okay, so let's take a look at the app as if you are a user. First up, you get this app on a bubble domain, but you can customize this to something like portal.yourdomain.com. Now, this is the starting screen, so everything in this app is behind a secure login. And you can create an account over here. There is a password policy. You can log in here, and you can also reset your password. Now, if you are testing this template app, you can also just log in as a demo user here. And this is just for a quick reference. We would delete this text and the workflow behind it when we put this app into production. Now, importantly, you can have sign up for client users only, but you can restrict the sign up to not allow people to join your team, and that must be done by the app admin using the Bubble database or even by using the team management screen itself. Let's have a look. I've just logged in and I haven't got anything in this app. It's completely clean other than my test user. The first screen here is a dashboard, and we can see recently updated forms. We can see the clients, the projects, if we're awaiting something from the client, and then if we have forms here for review. Let's get started by creating our first client. We'll just jump over to the Create Client screen and let's have a look. Let's just create MG. Now, you can customize your types in the options set, and this is in case you have different lines in your business, like perhaps retail, perhaps wholesale. Let's just use Momentum Group. We can have Will. We'll just put our test email in. Okay, you can put in an international phone code if you like. Now, this will autofill if we have a Google Maps API key installed, but it won't work right now. Okay, and so let's save that. Now we have the information here on the client card, and we can see how many projects, forms for review, and completed forms this particular client has. We can also add a project, and we can add a form for this client. Now, the last thing we can do is create users. A user is somebody who logs into the app, and these client users will only have access to the information, the projects and the form submissions within their client. Let's go ahead and have a look at this. Create a project. So we'll have Momentum Group. Now the allocated owner can actually be either a client or it can be one of the team members. So let's allocate this to our test user and let's create a project. Let's have a look. We might do a tax return. Now these types have been set up with a fictional accounting business in mind, but these can be anything that you like, whether it's relating to your design business, your education business. They can be completely customized within the option sets. So let's just say FY25 company tax returns. We can put in a description if we like, and we can put in dates if we like. Now, a lot of these fields are optional at the moment, but you can force them to be mandatory. So let's create this. So let's have a look at the company tax return. And what we can do is we can then attach form submissions to this return. It might be upload documents. It might be a form for the tax return. It could be an application. And we can also assign this so we can see which user within the team or the admins can follow up on this task. There we go. We've got our form here. Now, before I have a look at the form, I just want to show you our list. So we can click along here and we can see we have our list of clients. We have our list of projects. And we have our list of form submissions. All of these tables have been designed to be easy to manage. They are sortable, ascending, descending by the different fields. They have filtering. They have search, and you have the ability to create new forms. We also have the ability to move the statuses within this screen itself. Now you can view different levels of rows and you can navigate between the different pages once we have more forms in the app. The same applies for clients and for projects. The other thing I wanted to mention is this screen has been designed responsively so that if you are on a larger monitor, you can actually keep on expanding this outwards so you can see all of the fields, but it also works if you're on a smaller monitor. In fact, it even works if you are on a mobile device as well. Let's take a look at the form submission. Here, what we can do is we can look at the form in a read-only view and review it. Now there's just a little bit of demo data here, and we can edit the form. These fields can be completely customized to your business, and this can be in the database. What we can do is we can add form sections, we can add fields. These fields can be any different type of field, checkboxes, radio buttons, date pickers, long text, short text, it doesn't matter. And we can come through and we can accept different types of data, and then we can upload documents as well. Okay, and then we can even save that into draft view, or we can come back and we can submit that for review. And when we submit that, what happens is it progresses into the for review status. So what we can see here is a fully flexible form. This can be completed by the admins or the team members within the business, and it can also be completed by the clients in their particular view of the portal. Now, I should add that all of the data is archivable or it is deletable. So if you don't have any children data, such as files attached, you can actually delete it and this will never be seen again. However, the record is marked as deleted in the database. We don't completely wipe it, so you still have that capability for audit. Now, if you just want to not see this again, but still know that it's there and you can retrieve it, you can actually archive it. And this is a really nice way of just managing what's current and what's past. So let's go take a look. Now we can see our submission is for review. And if we go back to our dashboard, we can actually see now we have one client and we have no projects. That's because we didn't make that project current. So what I'll do is I'll make it current. Go back to my dashboard. Okay, you can see the one that's awaiting submission. Well, we actually submitted it, so it's not. And we can see that we have one form waiting review. We can also see that because this form is assigned to me, well, we can see all of them, and then we can see the ones assigned to me here. And we can see we have one user, which is me, and we have one active project. But we can have multiple users in the app. Now, one last thing, let's go have a look at the accounts menu here. We do have user settings. So this user can self-serve and manage their own profile. They can change their names. They can change their email if they're an admin. They can't manage their role, but they can see it. If they are a client user, then we can assign them to a client. The clients cannot change this. And then we also have the ability to turn on email notifications, and we can cancel that. There's a little bit of metadata here. We can also update the email and update the password. Now we've locked this, so we can't update the email without the admin doing that, but this can be updated as well. So you can allow the users to customize that should you want. All of the branding, all of the colors, the logos, these can be very easily customized so you get a white label portal for your business. Now, this built on Bubble is just here because this is on the free plan, but this can also be removed as soon as you put this onto a paid plan. That is a high-level view of the customer portal. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please let us know if you have any more questions.